It was 1964. African Americans had been given the right to vote almost 100 years earlier, yet fewer than 7% had registered, and it was no wonder.
You'd be fired from your job if you even tried to go down and register to vote. If you had a loan, any kind of loan, they would cut your loan. They would publish your name in the paper. Then there was something called the registrar who would then make you take a test. And inevitably, if you're African American, you fail.
You didn't write anything in there. You didn't pass it.
Stanley Nelson's new film is a deep and at times unsettling look at the brave women and men who fought for voting rights just 50 years ago.
You have your certificate showing that you are a registered voter.
Civil rights organizers in Mississippi had been fighting an uphill battle to register African Americans.
We must be stronger than the enemy.
They needed help from outside the state and looked north.
They invited 700 volunteers, mainly white college students.
Students who had no idea what they would be getting into.
One of the things that surprised me is there was tension.
Part of the frustration with the organizers was trying to say, this is what it's going to be like down there. They could see that the kids didn't really understand it.
You're going to wind up in jail. I suggest we be a little more serious about this thing.
But that would quickly and tragically change.
They went missing on the first day of Freedom Summer, the very first day.
On June 21st, 1964, three young activists, Andrew Goodman and Michael Schwerner from New York and James Chaney from Mississippi, vanished.
The people who understood Mississippi knew that they were never going to be found alive.
The bodies not discovered for 6 months. Those murders dramatized in the movie Mississippi Burning.
It put this kind of, shadow over the whole summer.
For his film, Nelson shares the real-life stories of the once young freedom fighters who lived in fear every day.
They put this noose over my head, and it's attached to a long rope. They jumped back into the car, and I just saw myself being dragged to death.
It wasn't just intimidation. They were killing people.
One of the terms that people always use for what was happening in Mississippi was terrorism. That, they were being terrorized.
After Freedom Summer, after those murders, President Lyndon Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act, which banned discrimination in voter registration.